right, it's the rundown featuring the Crackin Aces boys, your favorite duo, the dog and the general.
And Ben Mintz.
And Benny Mintz, yep.
Yeah. Somebody's got to keep the lights on around here, Kev.
Today's rundown is brought to you by Showtime. Showtime pay-per-view. And the Most Valuable Promotions presents Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. It's another Jake Paul spectacle, and this time Dan and Dave are going to be involved with the Showtime pay-per-view as well. I think they're going to be giving reactions to each fight and going to be a part of the broadcast. So the best 1-2 punch in the fight game broadcasting will be a part of it with Jake Paul. It's, Jake Paul, I think he just keeps picking these guys that he's just going to keep beating. I thought this guy was big, but I saw he's short. So I think he's just going to win again. I think he's the master at picking these guys who are like good enough to pique interest, but not good enough to beat him.
And we're gonna keep watching the Paul brothers over and over.
You're a rough and rowdy guy. You've fought. You've been in the squared circle before. You wanna fight Jake Paul?
Absolutely not. Are you nuts?
Yeah, you would fuck your shit up.
I mean, not only was he an athlete growing up, but he's been training like a professional fighter for years now.
Yeah, people don't realize that if you have all the money in the world, and you just dedicate yourself to this with the best trainers and the best equipment, and he's got like a mindset of like, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah.
But be good enough.
I'll give him credit. Woodley's a name in the fight game. Like he's not.
Yeah, he's a former UFC champion.
Yeah, he's not fighting you or I. Like, he's
but
fighting
Ben Askren was
Nate Robinson.
That's a name.
I mean, it's a name. It's an athlete, professional. Like, the one thing I learned about training, albeit at a very low level, Menendez brothers, shout out, make boys into men into killers, legally. One thing I learned is
the best.
There are a lot of people out there who don't look like you can kick your ass that can absolutely murder.
Yo, that's why, like,
absolutely murder.
You
all you
start
need to
running
do is
your mouth
learn how to fight.
in a bar or talking shit to people. You don't know who can just fucking.
And we have
your broken neck.
We have Chef Donny doing Rough and Rowdy.
Yep.
Chef Donnie's fighting a TikToker at Rough and Rowdy that same night, but Showtime is going to be there on
August 29th.
August 29th. It's a Sunday night. It's in Ohio, back to the hometown for the Paul brothers. And so you can get tickets if you want to be there live at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com. And if you want to watch it on TV, go to the Showtime app or go to showtime.com/PPV. Yeah. Start off with Cuomo.
Gone.
Cuomo's it's a wrap. I'm actually like surprised at first. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. It's sort of like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. But I also thought this guy was gonna like slither and slime his way through it. Little bada bing, bada boom. You know, don't go against the family, and next thing you know, he's still got his job. But I guess when they come out and say we've done an investigation and we have concluded that there was inappropriate behavior, it's no longer speculation. It's no longer.
Yeah, he's not a pervert.
He's Italian.
He's Italian.
Now, that was not real, right?
It's like you're not a drunk. You're just
Tommy,
Irish.
do we know if that was
That
real?
was not real.
I think that Fox News put it up as like paraphrasing him. It wasn't a direct
It was a
quote.
real screenshot though. It wasn't Photoshop.
I took it as it was a real screenshot of like, you know how like a news station will put like Cuomo says this and like paraphrase
For
it.
sure.
That's what I took.
But
it.
his entire defense was essentially, I'm not a grouper. I just group everybody.
Yeah.
So
It's like I'm an equal opportunist hater. I don't specify, but I still don't think that actual graphic. If he gave some speech being like, I'm Italian, I'm friendly, I talk with my hands, and I touch and I hug, but I don't think that they put that graphic.
Or maybe he's
up.
just
I'm not
going
a
down
pervert.
swinging.
I'm just Italian. If he did, I mean, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. If that was a real quote and a real graphic. Jeff, would you know this? Did you see that? You've been doing the news shit before. Did you see the Fox News graphic?
You're the news guy.
He did say something like this a week ago. Like he did legitimately pull out the Italian thing like a week ago.
That exact type of like, I'm not a pervert, I'm just Italian.
Yeah, where
this
it was like
graphic
Cuomo
looks like,
claims Italian excuse
that's,
for predatory
that's not
behavior.
real, right?
I questioned it as well, but no, remember when Trump was in office, CNN would do shit like that all the time.
Yeah, so
Fox News.
obviously they're picking, they want it to look stupid.
I mean, it very well could be, but I absolutely believe that's real because like CNN would do that to the president when Trump was in office, they would do that to him as well. Like very similar shit. They'd be like, Trump says bold lie. Like, so yeah,
but I mean, this is gold.
There is a video last week where it goes, Andrew Cuomo says the issues outlined against him are a matter of cultural differences. Hey, I'm Italian, he says to people defining Cuomo's expressions of warmth and compassion as inappropriate in the modern era. So that was a real narrative.
So yeah, I mean, they probably, they just dumb it down and make it fit a little banner, and they make it as ridiculous. I mean, if this wasn't a horrific situation where there was actual victims, that's the funniest line I've ever heard in my life.
And so
That's on a T-shirt if it's not about sexual assault. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm not perverted. I'm Italian. Holy moly, Glenny, what do you think of that? The Paisans can't be happy.
Yeah. So you guys
Glenny,
have to
come defend your heritage.
Do you have to disavow him
Yeah.
from?
What are the Italians? Are they claiming Cuomo? Are they disavowing
He's-
Cuomo? Are
he's
they
out.
rebuking
I
him?
love just the slowest.
He's the
walk.
best. The sauntering, the Glenny saunter is amazing.
We're gonna run over here.
What do you got on Andy Cuomo?
It's not a good look for the Paisans.
Not a great look with the Paisans.
It's not a good look for the Paisans.
No.
There's no way around it. I feel like we've kind of disowned him over the last year anyway.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So
I guess he's
you've
out of the
washed
tribe.
your hands
He's
on
out of the tribe.
Cuomo. Okay. Goodbye.
But what happens? You see Cuomo on Long Island. He's at
Long Island.
My
He
Hero.
doesn't
You're not
come-
saying
He
hi?
doesn't come to Long Island. I don't know where the fuck he's from.
I wonder what his brother's gonna do. He has not
He
touched
has
this.
to cover it now, right?
I
He has
mean,
to.
You gotta just stand up for the fucking for the culture, for
Do you
the
think-
family at
does,
this point.
Does his brother troll him with the same graphic?
No, his brother won't ever mention this, man. They don't, you don't go against the family, so he's not gonna say anything here. Unbelievable.
What's worse, this or Fredo?
The Fredo thing was
I
incredible.
mean, the Fredo thing was.
See, the Fredo was better
They're
because,
both horrible.
but the Fredo thing was funny. Like this, it's hard to laugh at because it's like a sexual assault. The Fredo thing was so ridiculous,
It's the
and you
mo-
could have so much fun with it. It was incredible.
Both preposterous things to say. I think
That-
this is fake though. Is this real?
That, we were just debating it, and I think the general conclusion is that is his narrative. That was his excuse, and Fox News does do ridiculous shit like that.
Like
so.
you did just say though, it does suck that this is like a real serious
Yes,
issue
'cause you
because
can't-
that would be. I mean,
Yes,
we can't
exactly.
even
Say no more. Say no more.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Eve, Glenny.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Balls on the prowl on his birthday.
25. He's gonna be 25 tomorrow. This guy.
That's it?
25.
Yes,
the big
I feel like
2-5.
the ball,
Congrats,
Glenny
man.
ball was
He's
yesterday.
been here for a decade.
Yeah, the Glenny ball was when you were 21, right? And
world.
now
Yeah.
here we are, 25 years old. You've got one of the greatest nicknames of all time, Glenny Balls. What do you think of the nickname that Cam Newton has given to Mac Jones, Mac and Cheese?
So I was just reading that before we hopped on. It says it's fat shaming or body
Yeah,
shaming.
Bart
so-
Scott has said it's the
His name is
most
Mac.
disrespectful name he's ever heard. Mac and Cheese.
His name is Mac.
Listen, his name is Mac, and he's got fucking wide hips. Mac and Cheese is gonna fit, bro.
Like, I would like to see Bart Scott, one of the most fired up players of all time, what he called players when he played.
Oh my God! Imagine lining up with him. The shit that he barked at you.
Plus, like,
Way worse than
most
mac and
disrespectful
cheese.
things, like, said or done. Charles Haley in the 90s for the Cowboys used to jerk off in front of fucking players in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, right in their faces, just whip it out.
Louis C.K. before his time.
Wow, that is
Like-
that's aggressive. Well, I mean, it's funny for this to come out on the same day that Warriors fans decide to call their dude Cum Bucket.
The cum bucket.
What's his real name?
Something, comma. And so they just.
Jonathan Kumingas.
Yeah.
Kumingas. So they've decided to call him the Cum Bucket.
So here's the thing about
That's
that.
pretty awesome, to be honest. Not for him, but for the fan base to be like, Cum Bucket, and you can always play like it's buckets. He hits buckets. It's what are you talking about, guys?
Has
It's a
he,
joke.
has he kind of appreciated it, though?
Yeah,
That's one
you need to lean into that.
Oh, yeah.
Because the minute that he's like, "Don't call me cum bucket," that's gross. Then guess what? You're getting called the rest of your life. That's like Bryson and what's his face?
Brooks,
When he
yeah.
was like, "Don't call me Brooksy" or "Don't call me
Yeah.
whatever
Now
that was."
everybody
Like,
yells
well,
it at him.
Guess what's happening for the rest of your life? If he's just like, "I am the cum bucket,"
Exactly.
people will love him
It's like
for life.
Sauce Castillo, Nick Stauskas back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, mispronounced his name, Sauce Castillo. He
Sauce
just fucking
Castillo
released some
was,
T-shirts.
that was one of the best nicknames
yeah,
ever.
and then he just became a bum.
Yeah, it didn't go well. Nick Stauskas
So-
just disappeared.
I'm worried that Twitter's gonna ruin it because I was looking at it last night and now everybody's hopped on so quick. It's like, oh, he
Wow,
finishes
that's-
at the rim. He finishes at the rim.
That's what Twitter does. They
And
ruin things. Social
so
media kills it.
It is a great nickname, but I could see it being killed very quickly.
The only thing that can really solidify it, though, he needs to acknowledge it. Be like, I am the cum bucket.
I remember
a tweet that literally just says, I am the cum
Dude,
bucket.
if he doesn't release a line of merch
Right.
with cum bucket all over it,
I mean, if we
like, this is
if-
staying power.
If we had, Barstool Bay Area, cum bucket shirts, we should probably make those anyway. I don't even know if, we don't got anybody here to rep it, but,
Red Rhino.
huh?
Red Rhino.
Yeah.
San Francisco
Oh
representative.
yeah, we'll get that guy.
yeah.
And Trista roots for every team in the league, so we'll just have her rep the Warriors and sell the cum buckets.
Or whoever our new NBA podcast is.
Right. Joe Buck.
Nate.
Speaking of new hosts, Joe Buck
I
hosted.
wanted to laugh from Frankie and I got it.
Joe Buck hosted Jeopardy. So we don't know because it sounds like there was like a couple tweets that said they didn't like him, and we put up a blog featuring those tweets being like the internet hates Joe Buck. But then it seems like the general consensus around here, I didn't see it, so I can't
I
speak.
watched it. I thought he was top tier.
I mean, Joe Buck is fucking amazing at what he does. I've always hated the slander. I've always loved him as a broadcaster, play-by-play guy. He has his bad moments. The Giants Super Bowl, terrible energy level. He's had his bad calls here and there. But overall, there's a reason why he was calling World Series games at 26. And it's not just because of his dad. He's fucking incredible. And so hosting Jeopardy is like light work for that dude.
And for being professional like he is, like just like good.
Yeah.
It's another thing that he's now, or that we know that he's like self-aware.
Definitely.
And like has a sense of humor and like
100%.
credit, the PMT guys and everything, like brought that out of him. But I thought he was, Tommy?
I thought he was really good too. Chops was texting me. He's like, I thought he was great. I mean,
that's no surprise. He's one of the best broadcasters of all time. But he basically hosts as is.
Wait, so how about the producer of Jeopardy just naming himself like the front runner to be the new host?
Yeah, I did. I found that out after the
Tommy's
fact that
guy.
he was like
know
a
him?
producer.
No,
right?
I don't know. I just thought he
That's
was
just
really
his
good.
pick. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
wait,
he
he did
definitely
a.
But that makes sense though. That it's like, I mean, I've lived and breathed this show.
Oh no, he's only been an executive producer for like a year.
Yeah, he's been
Fuck that.
Dude's been a snake in his
There's
way
also
through
a-
a lot of things.
Holy
Yeah, so he was
shit.
like the host of Joe Millionaire or
Well,
something.
but this is just a guess thing. He's not actually like in the running.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
Joe Buck's in the running
I mean,
because
he's
they
got-
want whoever it is.
got way
No,
too much-
apparently Mike Richards, the EP, like he wasn't supposed to be a guest host. And he was like, he did interviews where he was like, last second, one of the celebrity guest hosts dropped out. We
Sure.
couldn't find anyone, so I was a team
You
player.
know
I
what it is?
stepped
Oh,
in.
my
But other
God.
people on the show were like, that's not really what happened. Like, he made no effort to find a replacement. I was just like, I'll do
That's
it.
smart.
Like,
That's what Dick Cheney did become VP. He's the
Yeah.
head of George W. Bush's
Right.
search for a VP, and he's just like, I love that.
And then I got a puppet regime. I just
I
have to
respect
run the
it.
show. I mean, part of me says fuck that. Part of me is like, rock on, dude. Snake it till you make it. Like keep doing you.
He's got a few
the amount
issues
of money.
out there.
Yeah, I saw a New York
Yeah.
Post was saying he has some old whatever's going
Yeah.
on.
What?
Like
he's got some
issues.
questionable
Yeah.
stuff from when he was at The Price is Right. Nothing that can, like, outright cancel him.
This is Mike Richter.
Mike Richards, yeah.
Yeah.
Richards.
He just didn't want to get
Mike
anybody
Richter.
pregnant, allegedly.
He hated when The Price is Right girls got pregnant. Hated it.
Wowzer. Wowzer. Okay. Yeah. All right then.
Do not get pregnant with Mike Richter to watch.
Donnie, you want to talk about your rough and rowdy match?
Let's go, Chef.
We just mentioned it earlier at the
The
top
big
of the show,
homie.
but I see Donnie's in the building now, so let's talk to him. Chef Donnie, the latest man to fight. I mean, this makes sense with
Yeah, I'm
guy
excited.
trying.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You see me jump out of planes, you see me scale buildings, you see me crush buses. Well, now it's time to get into a fight. I'm sick and tired of seeing all these TikTok kids with fake muscles, dancing around with their shirts off, living fake lives. It's time somebody puts them in their fucking place. I just wanted to get in a fight, like see what it's like, see what it feels like
have
to
you
get
been in
hit.
a fight?
No, first
Never.
fight ever.
Wait,
But-
no, you were
Well,
telling
I
me.
was in like I don't really count this. When I was backpacking in Thailand like 4 years ago before Barstool, I got in a fight like underground boxing ring in bar.
He was in a fight club.
But it was like
How do you not count that, bro?
because the guy was like this tall and like it was
Oh.
for free booze for the night and like he like tapped out after like 15-30 seconds.
It's like the closest thing to real life deer
it
hunter.
wasn't much. It was like just a shitty fight. Yeah.
were
it
you
wasn't
like
much.
fists, like punching him, or was it,
It was,
like
yeah,
wrestling?
yeah. No, it was a real fight. Like it was
Yeah.
boxing gloves, and it
And
was just
you-
like there were
oh,
people,
gloves.
like,
Okay.
people were betting on
Wait,
it though. It was like very seedy
you beat
underground.
him?
Yeah, and then I got a bucket of free. Like I
You
was
said
broke.
in
I was so
Minnesota
broke.
you did the same thing though. Like you did a fight club in Minnesota too.
No. I just played hockey. I didn't do anything. Like that.
That's basically, it's like a fight club, and we also just play with this puck every now and then.
Yeah.
That's hockey.
Yeah.
So this is, you're fighting like a TikToker?
This kid is the worst. Like they asked
Yeah.
who you want to fight. I have no beef with anyone in the office. I was
Yeah.
like, but then I opened TikTok and I was like, this is the one kid. I try to learn anything from cooking videos. Like there's always something you can learn. But anytime I see this fucking kid, it just pisses me off. He always has his shirt off. He's like the definition of a douchey influencer TikToker.
Is he just dancing and
He's
just
just
doing
like
the
cooking with his
fucking,
shirt off,
like-
just like juiced out of his head. It's
He
just
is
like
jacked.
he's very but fuck, it's TikTok muscle.
Right.
Who cares?
How old is he?
I think he's 20, 21, maybe
he's
22.
Okay. And how old are you?
24.
All right, so it's fair
It's
fight
close, yeah,
age-wise,
but I don't know. He
size-wise,
won't
you
tell
think
me
it's a
like
matchup?
his height. He won't tell me if he's right-handed, left-handed. Like he's being like so like whatever, dude. It's just
Well,
time to
if
fight.
we've seen, the TikTok versus YouTubers, I don't think it went well for the TikTokers. Not that YouTube's all that different, but Bryce Hall has been steady getting his ass kicked in all sorts of.
Yeah.
Every time there's another video of Bryce Hall, he's getting beat up by somebody. The body shots that he took from that MMA guy when he was just like, And just collapsed with like a broken rib.
It's the coolest knockout possible, though. Kidney shot.
That's gotta hurt so much. Are you you confident?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Billy's been training me, so that's
the
that's
best
all
of
I
the
need.
best.
Yeah.
One and oh.
You know, I
Philly
think it's just
football.
about like,
Unorthodox
not being,
training camp, but it's been good. It's been
as long
fun.
as you're not nervous and you don't like let the adrenaline get the best of you. I feel like
I think that's gonna be like a strong suit is not getting overwhelmed by
Yeah.
like the rush of it.
well,
So
if,
hopefully
you know,
we'll see.
If racing, if you're doing demolition derby with school buses and jumping out of planes, you know, if
Right,
you need
this is
that
on
to get your
par,
adrenaline
yeah.
going, I think you should be good. So, all right, tune into Rough and
Yeah.
Rowdy later this
August
month.
27th. Buy I don't know. Fucking
Buy
rough
our-
around. Too many headshots.
Get that money, man. Just like Dennis Schroder, who had a
what a
chance
segue.
to sign for $84 million from the Lakers. He turned it down, and just today he signed with the Celtics. 1 year, $5.9 million. And I don't know. I guess this is just the hater in me.
Never bet
but-
on yourself.
But sometimes I get off on these stories,
Yeah.
man, where it's just like, what was the bet? Ian Desmond, I think, was the one in baseball where he had like $100 million on the table, something like I
From
think,
the
I think
Nats,
9 digits,
and then
right?
he
So
went
turned
to
it down
Texas
and he just
yeah.
bombed, and it's just like, or when you hear like Snapchat could have been bought for $1 billion. I think Snapchat ended up bouncing back, but
Oh no!
some of these guys turned down
Yahoo turned down buying Google.
the best. They
for like
bought Google for like
a dime.
It was
yeah.
like 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Blockbuster and Netflix.
Yep.
Yep.
Those stories, though,
That's
they
a great
sometimes
one.
they sometimes get
They
me
met
going.
them at
He
their
was
house.
at the time though. He was at least himself projecting to get like 120. So I
Yeah,
get
I
the
mean,
bet on yourself, but the market wasn't there.
If your numbers are saying so, the market's saying so, agents are saying so, but I just believe, man, it's just like
He has to kill his
like I
agent.
remember like Max Scherzer turned it down and bet on himself, and it fucking worked. When he was like, no, I know that my arm is younger than my age, like I've got this, I know what I'm doing, and it worked, and then it's the cockiest thing ever. But I mean, I guess if you're 40 under market, but the Lakers know what they're doing. Like there's a reason why you got lowballed in your mind. They're not just making it up.
What's going to be tough
So-
for him is he's reportedly like really distraught.
Yeah.
Like this could
I
get
bet he
really
is, dude. I keep thinking that with the Mets, man.
Some people have that fuck you mentality. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Celtics. You're going to give me $5 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to become an all-star, and I'm going to go out and fuck the world.
Not me, brother. I keep thinking about Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto was supposed to sign, or he wanted to sign, for like over $100 million. He wanted like 120 or something, and then they didn't get negotiations done. They said, he was like, all right, we cut it off. I'm not negotiating during the season. Like, take your chances next year, Mets. And now he's batting under 200. Lost himself $100 million.
Former batting champ.
And I feel like he probably is like, he's just sitting there being like if that was me, I would be distraught every day of my life. There's no way I would break out of my slump. There's no way I'd be like, all right, I'll prove you wrong. I would just be like, oh my God, 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 I lost $100 million. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Why am I so bad? Why am I so bad? I mean, I'd probably never play again. It'd probably be the end of my career. I lost $100 million that way. Oh, fucking brutal.
Yeah, no, I'm speechless. Like, it's so much real money that
That is,
when
I
they
mean,
hand you 84 mil, this is gonna be my life mantra. When someone wants
Take
to
it.
hand me 84 mil, I'm gonna take it.
I mean, but no, like, if
But
you're
what's
supposed
up,
to get,
what's up with his agent? Though?
what
How
if
does
you were
his
supposed to
agent-
get 80 and someone offered you 40? What if you were supposed to get 50 and someone offered you 10? Like a $40 million difference is crazy.
much money.
But I do believe at some point I would be like, just take the money. But like if there was no other offer for like even close to that, like the Lakers had this offer of 84 on the table. Did anybody else?
That was mid-season.
So yeah,
mid-season,
he
yeah.
turned down the extension.
And how many years was
thinking
that?
4 years, 84. So 20.
So you're looking
or-
at 21 years.
Yeah.
Somebody listens to this league. Gets the job done.
You represent what? 1/4 of all listeners?
Okay. That was unnecessary.
Can I just cut through the shit?
Hold on.
I think people don't like Trista because she has very, very low work ethic. She doesn't put out a lot of content. The content she does put out isn't particularly good, and people miss having a good basketball podcast at Barstool Sports.
The dog is back!
I'll tell you what's unnecessary. The fucking Athletic writing this OJ article.
Jesus
what the fuck was the Athletic thinking? That OJ article was preposterous. To just profile OJ like he's like this quirky old grandpa who hits the links. Like let's just profile this old man living his life out in retirement. And then OJ saying that he doesn't go to LA because he's afraid he might run into the real murderer.
Yeah.
That's an all-timer.
I respect
And you
that.
know what is crazy though? His quote was like, I don't work. I golf 4 to 5 times a week. People take pictures. They buy me drinks. The ladies hug up on me. He's like, I live a good life that most Americans
Yeah.
would probably want, and I was like, you're probably right,
Hubs
man.
wrote the best thing I've ever read. He goes, there's no difference between OJ Simpson and Barstool Riggs. They just golf. They're psychopaths.
Absolute maniacs who don't work, golf, and
Never convicted of murder.
That we know of.
there's a strong chance that both people have slain multiple people.
I mean, Riggs has killed 7 producers. That counts.
Dude, that is a unbelievable comparison by Riggs. That's by Hubs.
Just exiled producers
very
back
funny.
to Oregon.
The one dude moved his life here and moved back to Oregon 3 days later.
OJ though, when we go out to Vegas, like he mingles like with the poker crowd out there.
Yeah.
We had opportunities to do stuff with
Did
him.
we?
And we were like, no, thank you. But he's living the dream.
I mean,
He doesn't deserve to live the lifestyle he is.
This was my question.
Never convicted.
Let's say you are. I mean, I would hope the answer for you guys would be no right now. Would you
Well,
switch?
we asked Dave
We asked Dave what?
if like we
Oh,
should.
no,
do
he's asking a
something.
different
No,
question.
no. I was gonna
Oh.
say like if you're like digging ditches in like the like West Virginia, right? And someone said, "I'll give you OJ's life," but everyone thinks that you've murdered 2 people, definitely. You think those people are signing for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you sign for it?
Yes.
Assuming I didn't like kill. Assuming
No, no, no.
I'm actually innocent. But
Okay,
if everybody else
fine,
thinks
fine.
I'm guilty,
You're innocent,
and
but
I'm a
everybody
ditch
thinks-
digger. Yeah.
But everywhere you go, they're like, that guy murdered 2 people.
If I'm a ditch digger
Yeah.
and I didn't actually do it, my hands are clean. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you were wearing a glove. No, you have to do it. Like, of course.
I don't know, man.
He just plays golf.
My
and
life would have to
signs
be
autographs.
exceedingly shitty
does-
for everyone to think that I brutally murdered multiple people.
We were talking about this earlier. What's a good modern day comparison to how charismatic and big and
The
great
Rock.
No, football wise. It's like if Tom Brady were to go kill someone. Is that how big OJ was?
I mean,
Strahan?
I don't know about
Michael
football,
Strahan?
but I remember.
Strahan.
Strahan. Okay.
Yeah, I remember people saying like in terms of like crossing over to movies and entertainment, and it was like The Rock.
Dude, he was
Just The
The
Rock.
Rock.
He's like, I
Oh.
murdered 2 people.
Allegedly.
OJ was in the
Crazy.
running to be the Terminator, Schwarzenegger's position, and they didn't cast him because they were convinced that he couldn't portray a murderer.
Yeah, I mean,
Too
he's
nice
like,
of
That's
a
how
guy.
affable he
but
was.
also, if you
Great
showed
work.
his Twitter to someone who didn't know he was
Absolutely.
allegedly a murderer, they'd be like, "That's a nice, charming fella right there." Like,
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly, getting ready to tee off here. I wish I could stay home.
always
Oh, yeah?
smiling, always
You
laughing.
think OJ's charming? You heard it here first. Barstool Nate loves OJ.
Jury found him innocent.
Charming guy.
Not civilly.
Our peers.
Dude, it really is wacky that he's just become this like internet
yeah.
like zany guy.
Yeah.
It's like
It would be like
he
if
stabbed Nicole 12 times and Ron Goldman 25.
Decapitated
He
her.
massacred those people.
someone massacred those people.
And they could be sitting next to him at the juice bar in LA, for all
It,
you know.
it would be like if Casey
Fucking
Anthony
madness.
was like trying to be like the internet like darling
Yeah,
these days.
it's crazy. And but people kind of like if you went to OJ in a bar, what would you do?
I would probably stare.
The
I
amount
don't
of people
thi-
that are like, get the juice, get him
yeah,
a beer,
no.
let's take a picture.
Those are weird
What the
people.
fuck is
yeah.
wrong with you, man? Imagine if you like the Goldman family was there and like saw you taking pictures with this guy.
Yeah, I find it weird.
Fucking scumbags. Anyway,
If I did it.
if I did.
It's a great title for a book.
What's cooking with Crackin Aces with you morons?
Well, this, well, that.
Where are we at on the
So
merch?
they won't tell me the merch updates. I
But
think
there might not be a
we got
World
a
Series
little-
of Poker anyway.
yeah.
we got a little Jeff Nadeau conspiracy theory though.
No,
We
no,
got-
no. Like the merch people said, I have to go through Dave to get the merch numbers. I think it's doing okay. I think.
Are you worried about that, or you think that maybe Dave is going to suppress the numbers?
No. I think he's an honest guy.
If we don't get 50,000 sold in merch by the World Series of Poker, you will go to the World Series of Poker. You will play with a spider monkey mask on. You will pay your entry fee and cover it or play in it with the mask on. Is that the deal?
And in return, we restart the podcast
Correct.
right now.
Correct.
Sure. Yeah.
Deal.
I don't know. The podcast is fun. It's the best poker podcast
In the
on the
world,
market. It's
right.
the number one poker podcast in the world.
It's good. Like, I was a little apprehensive coming in and doing it for obvious fucking reasons. But
Why? What happened?
This little fucker, the day he's playing for prancing, you're prancing around with the tambourine like you're God's gift to life. Like, you're the biggest hypocrite here. Like, think your shit doesn't stink all the time. Like, you're a fucking loser, Nate. You're a loser. You're a hypocrite.
But after the first episode, me, him, and Mincy, you come over here, Mincy and I were like, that was like actually pretty good. And Jake Toole, who is a professional poker player, one of the best, we're like, yeah, that was good. And Mincy was like, yeah, I think we got legs here.
Yeah.
And Nate just goes, yeah, of course it's good. I'm a great host.
Oh yeah, of course. Nate's on it. Come over here. Yeah, I mean, Nate is the straw that stirs the drink. So,
But for what it is, for a niche like poker podcast, it's
good.
Like good.
So are you guys talking about like personal experiences? Are you talking about like
it's not
theory of the game or strategizing and that kind of shit?
It's very little nitty gritty like that, but what's good is we have like 2.5 morons, and then Jake Toole, who's a professional poker player,
can actually answer
who can like
questions.
actually set it all straight. And
I feel like you've got some stories.
Yeah, I do, and it's going to be really fun when World Series of Poker comes up in October, November, and we get out there and play it, can do some video logs and that kind of stuff. And man, I don't know, it could lead anywhere with Penn.
And that's if it happens. The World Series of Poker just released like a clause saying that like if a dealer gets COVID, the entire table could be disqualified. So imagine paying $10,000 to go out there playing because the dealer has COVID. You're disqualified.
Why don't they just put them in a fucking bubble or some shit?
Day 3 of the main event, you come back and the dealer has COVID, your 10K's gone.
So COVID might wreck it again,
which I mean it will.
Yeah.
Like there's no
someone's
chance.
gonna get it, no doubt. Yeah.
No. Well, what
just
they do.
hope. What if you're down to like one of the final 2, and all of a sudden it's like, bam, now you're in the final 1.
Yeah, I mean, not bad.
Oh yeah.
Best
2 words in the English language, default.
Yeah.
You think anybody could like, if you get down to the final table, like send somebody with COVID around the people?
Imagine that.
Just the $1 million paychecks,
you know?
Yeah, like
I think what they're gonna do is.
What are you selling, by the way?
Hoodies, hats, and T-shirts. I think what WSOP is gonna do is end up making like vaccines mandatory, or
I don't know.
Because like
a lot of people are just gonna say no to that.
Well, then what? Poker players are so sick that they're just like, well, that would get out all the bad players. So like we don't want that to happen. So, but what they do is they pack like 10,000 people into one room.
Yeah.
If they expect nothing to go wrong,
No,
they're
that
insane.
does, like casinos and
poker tables are naturally disgusting.
Yeah, everybody's passing chips
everyone's
too.
touching each other. It's
gross.
No,
I mean, I know Penn has done like a great job with all their locations as far as like stopping the spread, but some things are just kind of like tough to avoid.
You just can't. Yeah, you can't fix it.
Get vaxxed, play cards, listen to Crackin Aces.
It's a really good
Vaxxed and cracked.
It's a good podcast.
It's really good.
I mean, Nate's the host.
No, we should put that as like the byline.
It should be.
This is a group podcast.
Yeah. It's a very good podcast. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm proud of it. It's good.
Yeah. Nate, you are a truth teller. You are telling the truth. It's a good podcast.
All I've ever done is tell the truth.
Amen, man. So go check it out. Download it, subscribe, rate, review.
Please.
Tell your friends. See you tomorrow.